Well, let's put a wrap on it now that EA has finally announced Battlefield 5 and what it is about Battlefield 5 that makes it special. In this video, we're going to explore a few details that came about from the reveal trailer as well as interviews thereafter. If you want even more details than what we discuss here in the video, hit the link in the description below for an article over on the website. We urge you to do so. There's going to be a lot more there than what we discuss here. Now, what we're going to talk about in this video is some of the details that came out about the game. Like, let's talk about the setting. It's confirmed that it is World War II. Now, it may seem odd. Why would you do World War II? They've done World War II before. And you're right, they did. They in fact started the Battlefield series with Battlefield 1942. It was my first foray with the game. I've been playing Battlefield since then. The only game that I've missed in the entire sequence was 2142. It just didn't really capture me, and I was kind of out of the PC gaming scene at the time. So World War II confirmed. War Stories is back. We're going back to the same kind of telling a story, following a story from the campaign setting. Instead of one long continuous story, it's going to be multiple portions, just like with Battlefield 1. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love that. I am still a little butthurt that it isn't Battlefield Bad Company 3, because Bad Company was probably my favorite portions of the entire Battlefield franchise. Now that I'm done griping about that, let's get back to the details. So one of the biggest things for this one was one of my biggest complaints with Battlefield 3 and 4 and 1 is segmentation based on player base. So you had all of these expansions that were planned. You could get the premiere version and get all of them up front. Or if you were like me and you didn't like to spend all that and you weren't really sure how you were going to feel long term, you got the base game. But once the expansion started coming out, the player base was broken. That's not going to happen with Battlefield 5. You actually don't have any paid DLC. So the loot chests are gone. The separation, there is going to be a regular and a deluxe version. So there is that if you're worried about that. I might be picking up the deluxe version. Seems kind of interesting to know that I can get that and not have to worry about buying expansion packs later down the road. So big kudos to EA and the guys at DICE for doing away with that. Now, something else I want to bring to the forefront here is this is going to be the first Battlefield in quite a while that AMD has nothing to do with. This is actually an NVIDIA sponsored title. Could be interesting for API standpoints as well as some of the things inside the game. So I'm sure there are going to be concerns out there about GameWorks features being integrated, but I don't think they're going to do anything with this title that could potentially harm overall performance of the game. And because of NVIDIA's involvement, there was an interview between NVIDIA, Andreas Morel, which was a senior producer for Battlefield 5. And there were a few key things to come out of this particular interview. Now, something to note was that the reveal trailer that everybody saw on Twitch and is posted over on the Battlefield YouTube channel, as well as some of the clips that we're using in this video, were not gameplay footage. They were in-engine footage depicting gameplay. Very important to take note of that, because I know there's going to be some people out there that think they saw actual gameplay because you did see hit markers. You saw the conquest notations across the top, but it was in-engine footage depicting gameplay. So very important to keep that in note. Again, bring it back. They said the reason they wanted to go to World War II was to kind of take it back to its roots with the latest and greatest engine to really do things that they couldn't do back then technologically. So I'll give it to them. It could be interesting. It's not quite as barbaric as World War II or World War I rather, but you'll have better aerial and ground vehicles as well as more varied weapons this time around rather than what you saw in Battlefield 1. They did mention that they were pushing the audio envelope even further. That's something Battlefield series has always done really, really great job on, is audio and the sound signatures within the game and depicting the gunfire and explosions. So I look forward to hearing what they've done this go around. Now, the biggest thing for me, well, before we get on to the biggest thing, another thing is we're going to see a return of Conquest and Team Deathmatch, which should be interesting. Conquest was always one of my favorite game modes. It was huge battlefields. It's what made Battlefield Battlefield. Large landscapes where you control points and then you basically overtake the other team. So looking forward to seeing a huge return on that. The absolute biggest thing for me, and I'm super excited to see this, is a return to focus on destructibility. Huge thing. Remember the old saying, in Call of Duty you could hide behind the wall, well in Battlefield, what wall? It seems to be that's going to be something they're focusing on real heavily here. So you've got destructible walls and buildings, tear the whole thing down. They even depicted it in the gameplay in engine footage that they showed. But another aspect that they're adding is reconstruction, the ability to build in the game and rebuild. Wait, doesn't Fortnite do that? Anyway, but it is going to be an interesting aspect of a game that has destructibility, is being able to rebuild things that were destroyed. So those are just a few of the details that we have so far going into a Battlefield 5. I'm sure we'll find out a lot more as time goes on. But again, feel free to hit the link down in the description to see what we didn't cover here in the video, in addition to what we did, maybe a little more videos down there in the article. So let us know what you think about Battlefield 5 down in the comment section. I'd love to hear your take on it. Are you excited? Are you indifferent? I'm kind of a mixed bag on it. That's just my personal opinion. At first I wasn't even excited at all, but the inclusion of no premium and the DLC coming to me at no extra expense is extremely appealing, and I love the story system of Battlefield 1, so I'm probably going to give it a shot. And of course, I'll be picking it up anyway for the guys here on the site so that I can do a performance analysis when that time comes. And hopefully by then we'll have some new graphics cards on the market. So this has been Keith with WCCF Tech TV. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it entertaining or informative whatsoever. Feel free to leave us a like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.